Yasu Malaka. Welcome to the Malaka podcast. Meghan and Harry's Oprah interview. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I decided to do something a little bit different. Sometimes, you just focus on one person or one event or some kind of subject, in this crazy world we're living in. And this seems to be a very popular topic at the moment. Happened about a week ago, this interview who only Oprah could pull off. I'm just going to say this. You can say what you want about Oprah, okay? A lot of people love her, a lot of people hate her. I am forever going to love Oprah simply for this reason. My mom would work as a teacher. She'd work her ass off. For a while she was supplying, and then, she got a permanent gig, but all the time she'd come home, just before Oprah. And a lot of people know that, the Oprah Winfrey show, aired between 4 and 5. A lot of times when people would come home, so great timing for people to watch Oprah do her thing. And my mom would just sit there for an hour and just relax, have her coffee, and just let Oprah do her thing. And for those of you who know my mother, it's very hard to, how can I put this, not let her be my mom. But Oprah, that's the power that Oprah has. Oprah just has such a huge fan base. That's why she's worth, I'm just assuming she's worth like at least $1 trillion. And she just knows how to get these interviews. I think this interview cost her, $6 million or something. So basically what Oprah did was she just opened up her purse and just got, a couple million that was in her wallet there, and that's it. So Oprah, you did a good job. She, got a lot of information out here, and like I said, I don't follow the royal family. I'm straight. So, I don't really pay attention to these kind of things. I wish these people all the best. I hope things, work out great. I'm Canadian, so, we use a certain kind of plastic hologram money. I heard a rapper one time, Citizen Kane, call it Monopoly money, which is awesome. It really is. I mean, it starts off with blue 5, 10 purple, green 20, 50 red, and I'm told brown 100. So I've never seen anything past a 20. So if you look at a $20 bill, you will see, the Queen on there. And, she's, I don't know, part of the monarch of Canada or whatever. And I don't know, we got some kind of deal with them. And I don't know, who knows. But like I said, I don't follow this shit. I don't care. As long as the check clears, I'm good. A lot of people are saying, this couple here is a totally different generation. It's not your old way of thinking. And you can see after this interview, it's pretty obvious. And speaking of the interview, I had a very tough time finding the whole fucking thing. I just wanted to watch it all in one shot, and I don't know, I was assuming YouTube would have it, because, I don't know, YouTube's got fucking everything. I mean, it's got Conan picking apples with Mr. T, which, if you've never seen that, is just priceless. But, so I had to go on YouTube. I went by CBC News here because they followed it for a bit. CBC News, if you don't know, it's a Canadian broadcasting corporation in Canada, obviously. And they seem to have covered it pretty well. So I'm just going to go by, all the things that they go by here. So if I miss something, I don't know, to two of my listeners, I'm very sorry. So I'm going to do my best here. So here we go. So first off, let me start off by saying this. CBC News. It's on Channel 6. I don't have satellite, so I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I haven't had cable since 2006. But anyways, yeah, CBC News. This guy's name is Ian Hanno Menson. Now, this guy's got a kick-ass voice, okay? This is probably why he got this job. I mean, he's a good, newscaster, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying this guy's voice just kicks ass. So anyways, starts off with the little intro here. They're showing a picture of Harry and Meghan here. Meghan looks beautiful, by the way. I mean, she's a good-looking woman. Harry, yeah. I always wondered this. I don't know, like everybody else in the family is like blonde or brown hair. Like how did he become a ginger? I don't know. I don't know. Like did I miss something there, or I don't know. He doesn't seem to take himself too seriously either. He seems pretty laid back. He doesn't wear a tie. He's got the couple buttons undone there. Italian style. He's got the beard going. Yeah, seems like a pretty cool dude. I don't know much about this guy. I don't know, but he scored big with her. That's for sure. He did all right, man. That's all right. I don't know. The other thing I heard about this guy growing up. I mean, obviously, the his mom passed away there. Part of the conspiracy. Anyways, what? Who said that? No. No, you guys don't believe that? Okay. I'm just saying, it's, I'm seeing a pattern here. That's all. Again, I'm not saying for sure it was a conspiracy. I'm just saying, okay? You don't see a lot of people, die the way she did, okay? I remember back in the day, I was up north with my buddy, rest in peace, and we were just chilling out, watching Beetlejuice in our living room. My living room, he just lived across the street. And then after the movie, we turn it off, because it's a VHS. I'm going to go really in depth one day. What is a VHS? But anyways, and then we see the Queen died. And then in the back is his dad with my parents just chilling in front of the fire. And we just told them, look, Princess Di just passed away, And then his dad comes in and he says, "Oh man, they're gonna eat the press alive." His dad was a straight shooter for sure. I love him, and yeah, it was. I mean, shocking to everybody. I mean, we were younger, but obviously we knew this was obviously a big deal. So I don't know. My heart always went out to the two sons there, and It sucks, man. I mean, it sucks when any kid has to lose their mom that young. So I don't know. I mean, later on, I heard he got caught smoking pot or something on the royal grounds. I mean, look, if you can't smoke a little weed, while you're in Buckingham Palace there, I mean, what's the point of being royalty? I mean, I'm just saying, okay, it's not like he was doing heroin or smoking crack or something. Like other people we know in Toronto. But anyways, I still love Rob Ford. I know as a side note, but still, I mean, the guy always fucking made me laugh. I mean, his brother is something else, but I don't know. He's got some beautiful daughters, though. Where am I going with this? Okay, so anyways, yeah. So they're both sitting there. They're ready for the interview. Oprah's, Oprah's very good. I mean, she's like, first of all, let's just point this out. She's outside with them. I mean, beautiful garden. I don't know where the hell they are, but I mean, it looks, it almost looks like a Disney interview or something. They said the Queen just gave a address there, promoting, unity and all that. And so, there's some irony for you there. We'll get into that in a little bit. And unity and family. Okay. Which, by the way, I do agree with. A lot of times I fight with my family. It's Greek and Italian. It's going to happen. But hey, we still got love for each other. In the end, that's what counts. So, but yeah, I mean, these two just said, look, we don't, you guys are over here now. We're over here now. So it's a completely different world, guys. I mean, this would not have happened, whatever, 30, 40, 50 years ago. So it's a whole new world. People people in the royal family can actually think for themselves now, and if they sense, something's not right, then, they're getting the fuck out of there. So, and I don't blame them, It's going to be a rough road, I mean, do they still have connections to the bank account? I don't know. Who knows? I mean, 6 million, for an interview, that's a pretty good start. So, yeah. Actually, if anything, before I go into the interview here, I'm just going to go to Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. I love free. And, I'll talk about Prince Harry here. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. I think I said that right. So, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Henry Charles Albert David. Now, that's a hell of a name. Born the 15th of September in 1984. Is a member of the British royal family. As the younger son of Charles, Prince of Wales, and Diana, Prince of Wales, he is sixth in the line of succession to the British throne. That's, I don't know, I mean, Charles has been waiting a long time. It's a long line, guys. Fuck, You think you hate waiting in line now at the bank during COVID. But anyways, born in St. Mary's Hospital, London, Harry was educated and weathered by school, Ludgrove School, and Eton College. Eton. I don't know. I'm Canadian. I say Eton. It's spelled differently. Anyways, he spent parts of his gap year in Australia and Lesotho. Sounds Greek. The Lesotho. Hey. Then underwent officer training at the Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst. Geez, I'm already a little pissed off. He was commissioned as a cornet into Blues and Royals, serving temporary with his brother, Prince William. Now, let me just say this about Prince William. Obviously, he's, there is his brother, whatever. This is going to sound ironic coming from me because I'm going bald too. But, I mean, that dude had he had a really good head of hair, man. I mean, I don't know what happened. I mean, it just I don't know. One day he just turned into Siskel. It was just weird, man. I don't know. I remember going to girls' houses and they would have pictures of guys like Brad Pitt, the dude from Home Improvement there, and this guy. And this guy, I every woman. I'm telling you, every single woman I knew had a picture of this guy on their wall. And then just one day, shoop, that's it, just gone. One really good wind in London, it just took it back, man. Sorry, man. Anyways, and completed training as a troop leader. In 2007-2008, Harry served for over 10 weeks in Helmand Province, Afghanistan. He returned to Afghanistan for a 20-week deployment in 2012 to 2013 with the Army Air Corps. In June 2015, he resigned from the Army, obviously. He launched his Invictus Games in 2014 and remains the patron of its foundation. He also gives patronage to several other organizations, including the Halo, spelled H-A-L-O Trust, and Walking with the Wounded, to encourage people to open up about their mental health issues. Harry, alongside the Duke of Duchess of Cambridge, initiated the mental health awareness campaign Heads Together in April 2016. Well, that's nice. I didn't know that, man. I mean, it's true. I mean, maybe that's why he kind of separated himself from the family there. I mean, you could see shit coming a mile away now. Anyways, in 2018, he was made the Duke of Sussex prior to his wedding to American actress Meghan Markle. Their son, Archie Mountbatten Windsor was born in 2019. The couple is expecting a baby girl in the summer of 2021. The following year, the couple stepped down as senior members of the royal family and moved to the Dutch's native Southern California. In October 2020, they launched Archewell Incorporated. Arche? I'm not, okay. And an American public organization that focuses on nonprofit activities and creative media ventures. On the 7th of March, 2021, Harry and Meghan appeared in a televised interview with Oprah Winfrey on CBS, detailing the reasons behind their decision to step back from the royal family. Okay, now we're caught up. Okay. This guy's done a lot of shit. We all know the Invictus Games. Okay, I knew that. I did not know that you had to go through the army and training and all that. There's a thing in Greece too. When you're born there, you got to do a couple years there, whatever. So obviously, it's probably part of that as well. And they just want to make sure this guy's well trained. That's all. Okay. But once again, if he wants to smoke a little weed, let him. Who cares? I mean, what's the big deal, guys? I mean, Jesus. Come to Canada. We're not going to bother you. But, yeah. So, that's it. So, obviously, we got Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, from Wikipedia, the Free Encyclopedia. Always liking giving these guys a shout-out. Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, born Rachel Meghan Markle, August 4th, 1981. Is an American member of the British royal family and a former actress. So he's into older women. Okay. Markle was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. Her acting career began while she was studying at Northwestern University. As an actress, she was known for her role as Rachel Zane in the American legal drama Suits for 7 seasons, 2011 to 2017. Markle's lifestyle blog, The Tig, 2014 to 2017, featured a column profiling influential women. She also gained recognition for creating and releasing 2 fashion lines of clothing in 2015 to 2016. Markle became engaged to Prince Harry in 2017. Upon their marriage in 2018, she became Duchess of Sussex. Their son, Archie Mountbatten Windsor, was born in 2019. The following year, the couple stepped down as senior members of the royal family, moving to Canada. Yeah, there you go. And then to the Dutch's native Southern California. In late 2020, they launched Archewell. Archewell. Yeah, that sounds better. Incorporated, an American public organization that focuses on nonprofit activities and creative media ventures. There you go. That's cool. I did not know she was on Suits for that long. I never watched Suits. I don't know. I tried watching it. I don't know. It's a show about a guy who, like, what does he do? He breaks out of jail or something, and then he goes into a firm, and then he pretends to be a lawyer, and then they just accept him or something. I don't know. It sounds very realistic. But actually, but then again, that fucker, what's his name? The guy that hung himself in jail there. The guy, I don't know, the diddler with his wife. Shit, I forgot his name. I don't know. Yeah, like, didn't he pull that shit too? Like, he was a lawyer for 6 months or something? I don't know. Anyways. Point is, these guys have already been through a lot, and you know what? They seem to be 2 very smart people. They obviously can hold their own, and yeah, I can see why they became a couple. 2 very strong head individuals. I can see that, honestly. So, yeah. Let's get to the interview. So Meghan, I mean, if you ever meet Meghan, like, do you still call her Your Highness, or like, how does that work? I don't know. But anyways, yeah, she starts off by saying, look, for the last 4 years, she wants to encourage women to speak their minds. I encourage everybody to speak their minds, okay? It's 2021, okay? Guys, women, animals, whatever. Just everybody's got to speak their mind, but let's be honest, okay? When you're in this royal family, okay, from what I've seen, guys, I'm just saying, it seems like a lot of the women, have to, keep their mouth shut, which is complete bullshit, okay? And here's a woman here for years, I've been trying to do the complete opposite, and then all of a sudden, that's it, So it must be extremely hard for her just to, sit back and, watch all this shit happen. But how much can you honestly take? And obviously, she couldn't take it anymore. Can't blame her, It's a cool position to be in, because then you can, the irony is like you're so high up in, this royal family, but at the same time, there's this like kind of unwritten rule where, well, you can't really say anything, because you're, just the wife, and then like, shut up, fuck off. You say whatever the fuck is on your mind, okay? That's it. That's my opinion. And then there's Oprah, kicking ass as always. Were you silent or were you silenced? You gotta love her. And then Meghan says the latter. That sucks, Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've said this many times. I'm an Aries. I'm not built to be silent. I'm just not. You can clearly tell. This is gonna be my 170 episodes. So to my 2 fans out there, thank you so much for your support. But you've learned, like, I just can't be silenced either. Certain things I get, you're part of a family, you want to do your best to keep it within the family, but, it gets to a point, man, you just, you can't do it. You just can't. And, and there's going to be a point, where it's like, well, you got to choose your family or what makes you happy. It sucks that, it's your family that you got to kind of turn your back on, but, it's just the way it is. And now she's talking about how, they had to prepare for her son Archie, to be born, and obviously the royal family's got to put their 2 cents in there, and he won't be given security, he won't be given a title, and there's a long pause here, and you're going to see in a couple seconds why. Concerns and conversations on how dark his skin is going to be. Wow. The Queen is racist. What a fucking shock. Guys, again, like, it's definitely still shocking, especially in today's world. I'm just saying, you go in certain parts of this world and you talk to certain people, to me, this isn't really that big of a shock. But at the same time, you still hear it and you're like, fuck, really? Like, what does it matter what color the kid is or how even dark the kid is? Does it matter if it looks like Steph Curry or Wesley Snipes? Who gives a shit? As long as the kid is healthy and happy, that's all that matters. And at this point, she says she felt miserable and lonely, and at one point she was considering suicide. Who the fuck could blame her? It's almost like she's married into the mob. By the way, there is no mafia. I'm just using that as an example. The point is, any sane person would not want to go through this shit. You got to feel for her, for sure. And of course, she was frightened because at one point she felt like the royal family was having this smear campaign, and again, I'm not shocked by this. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm just thinking in my head, like, when I first saw this couple together, I'm thinking to myself, I'm glad Harry's happy, man. He's got a good woman, But at the same time, who your mother is, right? Like, you guys know what I'm thinking, right? I'm just saying, like, again, I'm not condoning this. I'm just saying, this I mean, let's say if Mel Gibson had a daughter, okay, and she brings home a black guy. Um, need I say more? Again, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? But I'm just saying. I mean, there's certain things you gotta prepare for, And again, I'm sure, she seems like a really smart woman, and I'm sure she was gonna, she saw a lot of this shit coming before. But I mean, when you actually experience it, I mean, it sucks, man. I mean, nobody deserves to go through this, I mean, these two just want to be happy together, you know what I mean? So, and they're also saying on top of that, she's got to live in this world. But at the same time, they're trying to put blame on her, saying that, oh, some of the staff quit because they treated her like shit. I mean, really? Really? I mean, like, you don't think she knows how to treat people? I mean, she's been in the entertainment business, like, you don't last that long. Like, I mean, she was on a show for what, like 6, 7 seasons? You don't last that long by not knowing how to treat people. You know what I mean? Like, they always say, like, the people that, you see on the way up are the same people that you're going to see on the way down. Okay? So, I mean, it's, forget it, man. I mean, I don't know. It makes you wonder if the queen just, has any balls and can just say, look, it's never going to happen. I'm going to do everything I can in my power to stop this from happening. And that's kind of what she's doing. But she's not actually saying it. She's, doing it through other actions, And as Canadians, we gotta, I don't know, always look at her on our $20 bills, Okay, so now we're thinking, okay, well, this could get us some food, but, who's behind it? Makes you wonder. It also makes you wonder, how the fuck did Charles get a beautiful woman like Diana back in the day? I mean, like, again, I'm no Brad Pitt here, but I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, this is an ugly motherfucker. I'm sorry, man. I mean, even by British terms. I mean, Jesus. The big ass ears, the teeth, the whole fucking look, and you can tell this guy's always pissed off, It's like, hey, when's it going to be my turn? Like, just fuck me. Anyways. No, not anyways. Wait a minute. I mean, like, growing up, Diana was a beautiful woman, man. I mean, holy shit. I mean, again, it pays to be royalty. I get it. I get it. If you're famous, you will get that good-looking woman. I get it. But I mean, it is just it's not even close, man. Anyways, okay, this time for sure. Anyways. So, Meghan's saying, she's not feeling protected by the family. Other people are getting paid off to not say the truth to her either, I could see that, Again, it's one of those things, a lot of us saw this coming, okay, But again, you want to give people the benefit of a doubt. You really do, okay? How old is she? Like over like 120 or something? I mean, you want to give her some credit and say, hey, maybe, she doesn't have that roaring 20s mentality anymore, but, some people don't change, there's use of tradition here, and, if coming to America 2 taught me anything, change is a good thing, and things can change. Okay, yeah. I know it's a fucking movie. I get it. I'm not stupid. I'm just trying to make a joke here, but I'm being honest at the same time. I mean, you're the one that can change the rules, so why don't you? Why don't you? It's bad enough that people in the royal family can't play Monopoly for some reason, which is one of the best board games of all time. But I mean, they can't choose who to be with either. Holy shit. 7 million. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. So that's how much they paid for the interview. Wow. Apparently it was 2 hours. Again, if someone can help me out and tell me where this 2-hour full interview is, I mean, that would be great. I guess they probably aired it once and then, I don't know, that's it. This message will self-destruct in 5 seconds. Who knows? Looking forward, relationships with others across the Commonwealth will remain important. Bullshit. Now, this was said by the Queen a couple hours before the interview. No one's buying this shit. I mean, who's that woman that sold coke in the 80s and 90s there? I mean, I like what's I mean, she was a tough woman too, crazy, obviously because all the deaths she caused, whatever. But I don't know. Other than the cocaine part, I mean, what's the difference here? I mean, I don't know. I mean, and this woman's living another fucking century here, holy shit. I feel really bad for this couple, honestly. I mean, again, I don't know much about royalty. You can tell by the way I curse. But yeah, I mean, it's just, this is fucking bullshit. I mean, I don't like it. I don't like it. If two people want to be happy together, why not? And of course, Harry said that, it sucks he's going through this, obviously, and he was cut off financially. I mean, no surprise there. But yeah, this sucks, man. I mean, honestly, I really feel for these two. Now, unfortunately, that's where the CBS coverage stops, and that's where Michael has to go on YouTube and search for more shit. So please stay with us. We'll be right back. So I was able to find that it did have 17 million views. It would have been 17,000,001, but I had no idea. I was watching the All-Star game, which I regret that. But anyways, yeah. So there's a little bit more here, thanks to YouTube, of course. So I clicked on the Late Show with James Corden. You know what? I figured the whole British connection, he's the first guy I should go to, obviously. That, and I love the fact that there's a fat host in late night, okay? Represent for the fatties. Thanks, brother. So, yeah, and he said that he attended the wedding. But the wedding actually happened 3 days prior to the royal wedding. So they got married I mean, they didn't. Listen, these guys wanted to do their own thing. It's clear that there's definitely two sides in the royal family. So that's pretty obvious. You got to assume they'll have an open bar, right? Decent food. I remember watching King Ralph. Did you guys ever see that one with John Goodman? Yeah, he finds out he's royalty and he becomes king, and I don't know, he's offered what's it called, the loaf of bread with like raisins or something, spotted dick. Anyways, so apparently in one part of the interview, Harry and Meghan, they own chickens, and they get free eggs. Why not? And then Oprah left with 6 eggs. So I wonder if you put those online, like how much could you get? I mean, could you get like, I don't know, a couple grand for each, or put them on Kijiji, like a couple side bucks? Why not? It's a good side hustle. I mean, they're cut off from their family now, so I mean, worst case scenario, you sell like each egg for like $1,000. I mean, cool. I'd also just like to point out that James Corden, I don't know much about him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought originally he was gay. I can't be the first person ever to think that. And he's not. I'm just saying. I don't get sued. I'm just saying. But then he did end the segment with him milking a cow, and then he. Look, the point is, he probably knows a lot more information and a lot more other shit. He probably saw some cool shit at that wedding. So who knows? He's probably just keeping it chill as well. So I got to go to someone else here. Again, this thing was 2 hours, and yet I didn't know about it, and I don't know. Like everyone's spending 1 minute on it. So please hold. somebody will be right with you. The Queen of England is clearly a racist. Anyways, I got some information here, but first, let me just share, like I always like to do, is go on IMDb and let's see what kind of acting credits Meghan and Harry have. Let's start with Harry. Well, surprise, surprise, he doesn't have any. He just shows up in interviews and documentaries, stuff like that. It's unfortunate. The first TV special he was in was Diana, the Nation's Farewell. Like I said, man, my heart goes out to that kid and his brother. And yeah, it sucks, that whole situation. A lot of people still say, it was a conspiracy to have her killed. A lot of people say, it was just an accident. I don't know. What I remember, though, is, Diana and the Queen didn't get along either, And again, Diana seems like a really tough, powerful woman, who always, wanted her views out there, too. So, I don't know, man, That's the one thing I don't understand. Like, like think about it. If you're the queen, okay, like I get it. You have to follow tradition and all that shit, But at the same time, like, do you not want like powerful women like behind you and like in your family? Are you that like focused on color and what they look like? Who gives a shit? You know what I mean? Like in the end, you want like good, strong people behind you, and when you go, which. I don't know what's going to happen first, her dying or Dr. Dre's detox, but, like you want people to, be behind you and, follow in your legacy, that are good, strong people. So, I don't know, man. I think she's living in the wrong century, but, anyways, let's go to Meghan's resume here. Now, this is shocking. The first thing that she ever did in television, or just acting credit, is in Married with Children. And she played a student sitting on stage, the undergraduate, in 1995. So it's funny, too, because I just went through the whole series again. Married with Children started the whole dysfunctional family thing. I guess that's a foreshadowing of things to come. But I didn't know that. I did not know that. And then was it 7 years later? She was in General Hospital, Century City, Cuts. Her first movie, A Lot Like Love, Love Inc., The War at Home, Deceit, CSI New York. Because even if you end up in the royal family one day, okay, and then you have a discrepancy, you still have to technically act on a CSI or a Law and Order. It's just written. She showed up in 90210 Till Death, the Apostles. I think I said that right. Apostles. Yeah. Good Behavior, Knight Rider, Without a Trace, Fringe. The League, Remember Me, CSI Miami, there you go. Get Him to the Greek. She was in that too, really? I don't remember that. Tatiana, she was uncredited. Oh shit, okay. Yeah, I gotta look back at these. Okay, The Candidate, The Boys and Girls Guide to Getting Down, Horrible Bosses. Okay, so was it a couple years ago? I was on YouTube, and yeah, right in the beginning. Well, first off, let me just start by saying Horrible Boss is a funny movie. Do not see the second one. The second one, just don't even waste your time. So, right in the beginning of the movie, Jason Sudeikis, who I just want to say always reminded me of Dan Aykroyd. He's a really funny guy. I just watched the TV series Ted Lasso. He plays a coach that goes to Britain and coaches a soccer team for the first time. It's a really funny show, really good cast of people. I highly recommend that show. And I don't think Meghan even says anything in the scene. She she's just there as a delivery person or something, and Jason Sudeikis is doing his thing, and that's it. I mean, it's just, little roles like that. There you go. Dysfunctional Friends, Castle TV series, Random Encounters, TV movie When Sparks Fly, Suits webisodes, which I'm assuming is the same. Oh no, it's not. Antisocial, Dater's Handbook, and the last thing she was in, which I mentioned before, was the show Suits. Again, I've never seen the show. A lot of people do love it. I don't know. I watched the first episode. I tried to get into it. I just couldn't. But yeah, it seems like things have worked out for her just fine. I mean, except for, going through all this, shit with the, the racist family. But, other than that, it's cool, So, yeah, again, you got to go through a lot of shit, man, in life, and, even with the acting world. I mean, she started off really young, and, she ended up on a hit show, so that's cool. Interesting fact, told in the interview, Meghan said that she did not even Google Harry, and she said that he was very open, and she found everything about him just like that, which is a good way. I mean, obviously, a good conversation with someone is, well, it's really good. I mean, that's why I feel like when you go on a first date with someone, you should just go out for coffee, Yeah, not only because you want to save a couple bucks, but at the same time, talk with them for an hour or two, or what, or if it goes on, whatever. I mean, like, even better. I mean, obviously, the longer it goes, the better it'll be. I mean, I'd be on dates where I've talked to them for hours. I'd be on dates where, literally I've had to walk off, they've had to walk off. Oh yeah, it happens, man. Again, I'm no Don Juan DeMarco, but I'm not Don Juan El Stupido. If something is a problem, then you got to get out. So they look like they had a pretty good rapport, and there you go. The rest is history. She also said that she had to learn how to curtsy, and come on. I mean, I get it. It's the queen, but, come on, huh? Oh, yeah, your kid might be too dark for me. Curtsy this. She also said that the perception and the reality are two different things. You gotta be portrayed like this in the public, obviously, and then in reality, you gotta follow a lot of rules, I assume. So, yeah, that sucks. And a lot of people think, you're just in the royal family, you get to sit on your ass and do nothing all day. Well, a lot comes with it. Shocker. I imagine you have to learn how to properly wash your white sheets, and how long should they stay in the dryer. Anyways, Harry said at one point that there were 72 British lawmakers condemned colonial coverage of Meghan. And the family never spoke up. They never said anything for years. So that sucks, man. It's one thing if people you don't know, like, want to say shit about your wife. And again, obviously it hurts. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like either way, it's really going to hurt, because if you're a real man, say what you want about me, you know what I mean? But don't say anything, about my wife. I mean, she didn't do anything, but like, to not have your family, step up and say, what the fuck? I mean, that hurts, man, honestly, and you can see it in his eyes. I mean, you can tell he was really hurt by that. He also brought up the term controlled by fear, I mean, like, again, I keep bringing this up, but you can't imagine what it's like to be like in that family. I mean, you do the wrong thing, you don't follow their protocol or traditions, you're fucked. I mean, again, I don't want to bring up Princess Di again, but hey, we can't ignore it either. So All I'm saying is that it sucks that those two have to live like that. And they said they play really well off each other, and they help each other out, and that's I mean that's great. That's a great feeling to have. Also, he brings up how he was trapped, and again, we mentioned that before. You know, Obviously you feel trapped. I mean, you're in a do as I say, kind of family. That's it. I mean, you don't get an option, unless you're the number one in charge. You know, I said before, like he was what, sixth in charge, or sixth waiting, whatever. You might as well be 1,000 waiting. It doesn't matter. Like it makes no difference. You still got to follow, the family's protocol. You know. And Megan, she's saying, yeah, she's just trying to be a good wife. I mean, she's just saying, hey, I'm doing everything I can here to, help out the family and do what needs to be done, and I'm still getting no respect. I mean, that sucks, man. It's a huge strain on anybody. It doesn't even matter if it's a royal family. I mean, how many people have been in that position where they go out with someone and then they're trying to impress the family. They do whatever they can again and again and again, and the family just does not accept them. And it could be for a million reasons. It could be for race as well. It could be, because they feel that maybe the son is getting revenge on them, or they just don't like the person, or they're just trying to stand their own ground. Fuck, who knows, But either way, man, I mean, there's no winners in this. It sucks that someone just can't be accepted for who they are. Now, wait a minute now. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on there. Hold on. Hold it. Turning the Fred Flintstone here. Anyways, my favorite cartoon of all time. But anyways, yeah, Oprah said that because she was shocked, obviously, that they got cut off. I mentioned this before, but it was early 2020, Harry said that they got cut off. And, it's, I mean, it's not a shocker, obviously, because they want to go their own ways. And, it's so weird. I literally just had this, like, image in my mind. Remember in Godfather 2, Michael's there, and, like, he's telling his sister, like, you have to, like, if you don't do this, I'll be disappointed and all that. And like, he just reminded me of the same thing. It's like, listen, if you go against the family, like you're cut, like that's it, And again, I made the mob reference before, but I mean, I think this is even bigger. I mean, again, there is no mafia, but I'm just saying, like, do as I say, or that's it, man. You're off. Like no more allowance, no nothing. Sixth place. How about no place? Just fuck, man. Holy cow. I mean, can't people like speak their minds anymore? I mean, I get it's the royal family, and but come on, man. I mean, again, yeah, it's like I said before. Like, don't you want like people in your family to speak their mind and do their own thing and be happy? Once you're gone, like I'm pretty sure the dinosaurs are gonna make a comeback before she dies. But I mean, yeah, I mean, fuck, man, just let people live their lives. I mean, holy shit. But what I find really interesting that he says the inheritance that Diane left him is basically what he's living on. And at one point he said, I think she saw this coming. And again, it's like that whole thing with Diana and the Queen clashing, we know they did too. And, it's not like, I mean, back then you got to understand there was no, internet. I mean, there was, but, nobody really, it wasn't as big as it was now, obviously. I mean, it was almost like 25 years ago, and like word of mouth and, things spread like wildfire. And, back then, like we just knew what we saw either on the news or the newspaper, and that's it. Like we didn't see all this shit online, all the interviews. And, we were lucky if we got one interview and, everybody knew about it. It's not like today where, missed out to see 3 people in the slam dunk competition. I don't know what the fuck that was, but anyways, yeah, that's scary, man. And he was young at that time. Like, he was young, and even he saw that. He saw Diane, preparing for his future. It's almost like Diane was saying, "Look, something could happen to me. Whether it be part of the family or whatever, outside, whatever, but you will be taken care of." That is fucking scary, man. And even Harry is saying that he just wants to make sure he's secured, aka security, and make sure he's got enough money for that. He's got 1 kid, he's got another kid coming. When you're a father, man, that's all that matters. You worry about your family. That's it. And even now through all this, he still loves his dad. He still loves his brother. Let's be honest. I'm sure he loves his brother, because he's got better coverage on top. Again, like, if you look at the interview at one point, like, it kind of like he's kind of got like the fading balding kind of thing, that like the same thing, the Dr. Phil hair on the side there, but he's got the bald spot in the back. I'm just joking, guys, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, again, it sucks when you got to let go of family, but you got to do it for the right reasons. And then Oprah asked later on, she said, so when I asked the question, actually, you know what? Even before that, I got a question for Oprah. Where does she get these cool sunglasses? Her and Snoop Dogg, I've noticed over the years, have gotten the coolest sunglasses. Anyways, let's get serious, guys. Come on, please. So she said, so when I ask the question, why did you leave? The simplest answer is, and then Harry said, lack of support. And yeah, that's a pretty simple answer. I mean, yeah, it absolutely sucks when you don't have your family's support. You want to do something in life, and yeah, it's hard to do it knowing that you don't have that cushion that is your family. Friends come and go. Other people you meet in your life at work, whatever. Dime a dozen. But you always want your family's support. So when they don't support you, it sucks, big time. It really does, and you can see the frustration on his face, and at times it's like, I pass by a park sometimes, like Stan Waldo, if you know my area, East York, and there's like a wall at one area where you can play like tennis, or not tennis, but it's just you with a racket and a wall, and you just you're just shooting the ball back and forth, and okay, maybe it's good exercise, but like, it doesn't really go anywhere. You know what I mean? And that's what it's like sometimes, like dealing with family. It just doesn't go anywhere. It's the same shit, back and forth. Nothing different happens. You hope something will, but it doesn't. It really doesn't. It sucks, and it gets to a point where it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. You put the racket down, you let the ball go where the fuck it wants, and you go wherever you want, whatever makes you happy. And what makes Harry happy, again, is protecting his family. And he even said that he did not want the same thing happening to Meghan what happened to his mother. I mean, like that, fuck, man, like that is fucking scary. I mean, this is a crazy interview, man. I mean, honestly, like, it's just all coming out. I mean, like, it's funny because a lot of us, felt the same way too, but for him to say that, finally say that, because, you're not supposed to say shit. You're in the royal family, you keep it in the family, and this is crazy, so I'm sure a lot of people are going to give him shit for saying that and going against the family, but, there's a thing called reality, guys, and yeah, you got to speak your fucking mind, it doesn't matter if there's, years of tradition. Well, tradition is meant to be broken, okay? And if you feel like that, I mean, this guy's already been through enough shit with, losing his mom, and now he's got to worry about that with his wife too. I mean, holy fuck, But like yeah, again, I gotta be careful what I say here. Like, it's not like he said that, it was the family's fault what happened to Diana. You know what I'm implying here, right? Okay, I don't have to say it, but yeah, it's just it's still scary that he actually said that, openly in an interview with Oprah. So yeah, I mean, but seriously, it's it's good he said that, he got that out there, because like I said, we were all thinking it for forever, and yeah, it needs to be told. People need to actually hear that from him. Harry even said it best: take a breath. They just need some space, like everybody in life. And he also said he never blindsided his grandmother. He's got too much respect for her. So there you go. Loyal to the end. But how much can you honestly take? You know what I mean? Like, it gets to a certain point. Again, I mean, that's just me, but, like you said, you got to take a breath. What's interesting, too, is Meghan said at one point she just feels lonely. You're part of this royal family. And again, it's, this is a huge deal. Like, again, like I said, I don't follow like anything in the royal family. Okay. Truth be told, again, I just got this thought in my head. Remember when Mr. Bean was waiting, or the one episode where he's like waiting to meet the queen, and I don't know, he's fixing his shit, everything's going wrong, he's stealing things from other people's lapels and all that, whatever, and then at the end he just like bends down to meet her and just headbutts the queen. Sorry. I don't know why I just thought of that, but yeah, but again, this is like my idea of the royal family. You know what I mean? Like, how sad is that? But again, like it's not real, obviously. I mean, but she's doing everything she can. I mean, she got invited to an outing with just her, and I guess it went as well as it can. Considering how we know how she really feels about her, but yeah, I mean, it's not what it seems, guys. I mean, and it sucks, and a lot of people don't want to live that lie. I mean, she's an actress. I mean, she knows when she goes into a role, she's playing it for a short time, and she knows this is the acting role. But I mean, this isn't a movie. This isn't a TV show. Like, this is real life. I mean, this is like being fake all the time, like 24 hours, or most of the time, whatever, like, you got to play that part, and pretend everything's hunky-dory in the family, and it's not. And like I said, you can only put up with so much. Middleton cried from Meghan, but if anything, according to Meghan, it's the complete opposite. And after hearing all this, it's that's more believable, because they've already put Meghan through all this shit, not accepting her. And, she apologized, and then they went on, and that's it. She even got her flowers and a note, and even Meghan said that's something that she would do. But again, you live in this world and people just gossip like fucking crazy, because they don't give a shit. They just don't care. I mean, they will blow the littlest thing into the World War III. It's sad, and again, she's got to live in that world, and even after telling the story, probably people don't believe her, and it sucks. And Meghan said someone could have stepped in there from the family or their representatives, whatever, and say, look, this is bullshit. It's not true. Oprah's like, why didn't they? Meghan said, That's a good question. And again, it's, listen, we know why, okay? Because it was one of those things, again, the family's trying to make her look bad, and, they just said, fuck it, let's roll with it. That's it. Scumbag move, but, again, more shit you got to put up with. What? Again, more shit you got to put up with. That's what Oprah said, by the way. Finding out that there was a discussion about the child being a certain color. I mean, gee, I mentioned this before, but again, guys, who cares? You know what I mean? White, black, purple. Who gives a shit? I don't know. It's very sad. Very sad. And I bring this up again because, it led to Meghan's mental health and, how she dealt with it, and, among all the other things, of course. And she also said it takes a lot of courage to admit that you need help. And that goes with anybody, especially what she's going through. And, she can't even go to her own family, not her immediate family. I mean, the royal family, to say, hey, I'm having problems with this. Can you guys help me out? It sucks, man. It really, it sucks, and again, it's not just, the royal family that goes through this. It's anybody out there that goes through these kind of things. That's what made this interview so great. Obviously it's cool to see, everybody always likes the royal family. They've always made a big deal of the weddings. They're always televised and all that. Then it's like, okay, yeah, you're getting a sample of royal life, I guess, whatever. Me personally, I don't give a shit. I'm being honest with you. Shit like this is what I want to see. And maybe a lot of you are probably thinking out there, okay, you're just watching this interview and you're believing everything they say. I'm not going to lie to you. I agree with that 100%. Like I said, when I lived through that time where Diana died, and, a lot of people thought, yeah, it was, it was no accident, and like I said before, Harry's got to say, I'm worried about my wife like I did my mom. And, this is everything that they shared in this. I honestly feel this is all genuine, A lot of people are going to say, oh, they did it for the money or whatever. Listen, either way, they're going to get something for this interview. Welcome to reality, guys. But at the same time, I feel this interview is 100% genuine. I really do. This is, we care about them more because, they're on TV and they're part of the royal family. And, you never really, other than, the whole Diana thing, you've never really seen, people try to just separate themselves from royalty. People think to themselves, oh my God, you're in this elite club. Why the fuck would you want to get out? It's well, yeah, but how much shit that comes with it, and they're telling you in this interview, everything that comes with it. It's, it's the royal family, but it's no royal life, So this is a awesome interview. Really, this is I like to see what interview is going to top this this year, or even of the decade. But it's a real, opener for a lot of people. I honestly feel that. It's really crazy. Honestly, when I first started doing this, I was like, okay, I got to put my 2 cents in. But, I saw the majority of the interview here. Yeah, this is crazy, And again, don't think of it as these people as just separating themselves from the royal family. Everybody's going through this one point, at another, during your family, or friends, or you're going to have to make a choice, for you to make a better life. You got to cut some people off. It is what it is. That's just, it sucks you got to do that, you know. Hopefully they come back to you, and sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But, you know, this just happened, and who knows what's going to happen, you know. Maybe the queen will come to her senses one day, you know. Who knows? Maybe one day she'll just pass away, and then, you know, maybe the rest of the family will, you know, speak up, or maybe they'll feel the same way. I don't know. Everyone's waiting to see what happens next. Okay, it's entertainment, guys. But at the same time, you know, we shouldn't just look at it like that. It's, you know, it's real problems, you know, that everybody goes through, you know. So, and the thing I was just thinking of is, I mean, they said before they have a Canadian connection. I mean, I don't know how often Harry and Meghan go to the corner store to get a bag of chips, but I mean, like, how much does it suck that, you know, if you go into your wallet, you know, you're gonna look at our money and you're gonna see your mother on the $20 bill, and you're gonna have to be reminded of that shit like every time. It sucks, man. I mean, you know, I don't know. If I was them, I would just pay debit. Okay, this way you don't have to, you know, see her. Just, you know, I don't know. Maybe one day you can Skype or whatever, or, you know, Zoom. You know, just whatever. But we'll always welcome you in Canada, guys. Okay. Harry, keep in mind, you can smoke as much weed as you can here. It is legal. Meghan, you will definitely get some acting gigs here. That's for sure. I don't know, maybe we'll see you on This Hour is 22 Minutes. Who knows? You know, everyone's just going to enjoy a nice bowl of craft dinner. It's going to be beautiful. So, but in all honesty, I mean, this is a really crazy interview. Yeah, you know, everybody should definitely watch it, or do like me and just see clips of, and just put them together like a puzzle on YouTube. But, yeah, this is definitely a big eye-opener for everybody. So definitely encourage you guys to watch it. And I wish the best for both of them, Harry and Meghan. Meghan and Harry, whatever sounds better. Oh, and last thing, they revealed their next child will be a girl. So Harry, get ready for 3 versus 1. Get ready for, you know, a couple fights probably. And get ready to never win an argument in your house again. So, but yeah, I wish these guys all the best. And Oprah, basically the queen of the world at this point. Kudos to a really good interview, and keep them coming. I'm going to keep watching them for sure. And thank you again for entertaining my mom an hour a day, and bringing her chill down when she came from work. That is, again, Oprah, if you need something, anything at all, I'm a phone call away. So, once again, I highly recommend that you watch Meghan and Harry's Oprah interview.